time over here now.
250 years ago, the United States was born and chose freedom. This July, America 250 isn't about rewriting history. It's about remembering what actually worked. If you believe the future belongs to people who think for themselves, question narratives, and refuse to be told what to believe, you're already part of this story. America 250. News Talk 1040, Tampa Bay.
News.
Choose to seek it out.
Get it.
I listen to talk radio.
Now.
It's the best source of information that I can get.
News, talk, information for Tampa Bay.
Where are you getting your news from?
News Talk 1040.
They're pretty good.
Right? Oh, girl, they're playing Shaka Khan stripper music on Fox Across America. Can only mean one thing. The K-Train rolling back into the studio. 2 sports star, MTV, Fox News, 3 sports at the Daily Mail, and of course 4 sports when you get into the Kennedy Saves the World podcast.
Oh, Jim.
Sun never sets on the Kennedy media empire.
No,
not at all.
What they say.
5th sport if you're a sailor coming in town for Fleet Week. Did you know?
Coming up. I'm already pre-grooming for May.
Do you remember when Newsom was over in Munich hanging out the knee pads? She was like, hey, let's have this conversation. Earlier in the day, I was sharing that TMZ report with the listeners, as well as the Paul Begala over at CNN, out the faux outrage about Hegseth buying lobster and steak for the troops, which, to be clear, has been going on for 75 years. But a sailor called in from the Coast Guard and said that if you're an officer in the Coast Guard on Sundays, you get the surf and turf, but you also get an hour of Scum City TV. Now, I did not know.
What is Scum City TV?
Thank you.
I don't know what that is.
You had the same reaction I did on live radio.
Yeah.
He told me what it was. And I guess the best way I could explain it to you is, I was saying earlier, it's what you'd expect to find in Mikey's search history.
Oh.
Scum City TV.
Wow.
Yes. So apparently.
Mikey, don't mind if I don't shake.
That's why everybody around here is more of a fist bump with Mikey than a shake, or heaven forbid a bro hug, which turns into a ho hug in a hurry. But yes, he had told me that. And my genuine reaction to this is, if there was a scandal to be had, it's that they're not getting this meal more often.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think there are so many cost overruns at the Pentagon. Mm-hmm. I mean, in every department. Government is so inefficient. There are so many redundancies. There are so many programs that are really just a gimme to certain constituents that have nothing to do with military readiness and supporting warriors. And if this is one of the things that makes you feel good, because they tend to have these meals before they launch really intense missions.
Yes.
So I believe me, I am a cost cutter. Mm-hmm. I'm a limited government believer. Mm-hmm. And this is not one of those areas. And also, if you're one of those people getting really mad about this, it makes you look like a jerk.
Yes. Because it's like, what are you asking your constituents to get upset at?
Yeah, could you be more unsupportive of people who are being put into a difficult position?
If our troops are eating steak and lobster, that means somebody's about to get a cardboard Ayatollah.
Yes.
Is there anything funnier than them inaugurating a guy in cardboard? That's my favorite story.
Oh, no, he's fine.
We're winning.
He's so healthy, he's out for his 16-mile run that he does every morning. Praise Allah.
First inauguration to take place at Staples. That's pretty hard to do.
We got it laminated. The blood comes right off.
Kennedy's in studio. It's the Kennedy Save the World podcast. Everybody loves it. You owe her a debt of gratitude. She's well past 1,000 episodes now.
Well past.
One of the stories we picked up earlier was the story out of Michigan. A guy, nutbag, rammed a car into a synagogue. There was a shootout. He got killed. Addition by subtraction. Thank you to everybody who responded in a timely fashion. As we report to you right now, they say it's unclear if a vehicle had explosives. So we don't have this all the way out. What we're trying to confirm is when Zoran Mamdani will invite this guy's family to dinner. We're pending an idea on that. Did you see Mamdani invite that loser to Gracie Mansion? So he's the dude that was arrested at Columbia.
Yes.
He was the, River to the Sea global Intifada guy.
Yeah.
He goes over to Mamdani's for some shawarma or whatever they're eating.
Yeah, you put him in the kill the Jews category. He's not,
he's
not part of pro-Israel crowd.
Yeah. He just got a new podcast deal with Candace Owens. That's how bad it is. He got a dinner with Mom Donna. He's on the Candace show. It's unbelievable. It's like him, Megan, they're great.
He's going to get baptized by Kanye next week. It's all very exciting.
He's duetting with Kanye on the new album. But what's so fascinating is that as a comic, man, I have watched the war on speech, and we've discussed this on your podcast. That was the speech as violence crowd coming for comedians. But these people aren't joking. Like, we're joking. And to be clear, we weren't even telling anti-Semitic jokes. Like, I might have been. But I'm not saying we all were collectively. Okay? But this is like actual speech. And again, I don't want to minimize anybody's speech rights just the same. It's just funny that they were able to use their own censorship as a cudgel. When in truth, I would say, if you were going to get into a debate over what should and shouldn't be said in society, it's probably that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still want it to happen, right?
Of course.
Thank you. Did you see the nutbag throw the nail bomb over the guy who was literally saying everyone's welcome here in the city? That guy, just so you know, that guy, my buddy Dean's film Caper, Dean Imperial, our buddy Dean, Caper was premiering at the Museum of Modern Art. That guy was there.
Oh,
and had to be steered away from me, Jenny, and Emily Campagno.
Wow.
Yes, like people were like, oh, this guy hates Fox. No, we're gonna run him out of there. We didn't know you were here for real, because they didn't want their premiere to get turned into like an incident.
Yes,
it's a freaking movie premiere.
Yeah, but that's all people like that want to do. That's the only currency they have. You know, it's like people tossing cans of tomato soup at the Mona Lisa.
Yes,
like and you never remember what their little tantrums about. All you know is that something you love is messy and this person is annoying.
Yes.
You know, it's like the glue their hands to the arena floor. It's like, let the Zamboni, I know there's no ice there, but just let the Zamboni go right over them.
Especially remember the ones at LAX, man. They were like blocking the entrance ramp. To be clear, everything's already blocked there anyway. It takes a minute. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? You got to earn your flight out of LAX. We all know that. No one
who's late for their flight has patience for your political screed. No one. They don't care. You are turning people against you.
100 million %. That's the other point, is that the people doing this, listen, you know, they say like you're privileged. Like, you are pretty privileged if you can afford to fly over to France to throw a can of soup at a painting.
Yes.
Or if you could decide we're gonna spend the weekend on the Williamsburg Bridge, nobody's crossing.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing okay.
Yeah, and you know, it's like, I understand the Iranian women who are upset with the pro-Hamas people, because they're like, okay, you're fighting against genocide, blah, blah, blah. Where were you when 30,000 people were killed? Where were you when women's eyes were gouged out and they were raped in prison so that they could be executed as non-virgins?
Yeah. Like,
where were you for any of that stuff? I didn't see you. Like, come on over to Tehran and try that little gambit.
Nope, nobody was throwing soup that week. Nobody was doing anything. I mean, think of the Iranian soccer team. The women's soccer team, man. They can't get a word. And think about that here. I mean, I think the fatal flaw for the Iranian women's soccer teams, they don't have testicles, because they had testicles.
It's tougher.
Yeah, but they are in.
In Kamala's America, they'd have them, staple them right on there.
They should give them to you.
That's part of the asylum package. You get the testicle package.
That commercial, it's so funny. So that famous clip, I have the clip of Kamala saying we changed the law in California so illegal immigrants in jail who wanted free gender reassignment surgeries would get them. This was something we were bragging about, because in 2020...
How benevolent.
I know. And Trump had the Kamala is for they, them. Yeah, and they aired it during football. And Charlemagne, I'll never forget the clip on Monday. He was like, yo, that was a good ad, yo. Because it's like...
It's one of those things that resonates.
What do you say to people? What do you say? Can I play you this clip? I haven't heard it in so long, but you said it and it jogged my brain. This is Kamala. I made sure they changed the law. We're talking to Kennedy.
When I was Attorney General, I learned that the California Department of Corrections, which was a client of mine.
Ooh.
I didn't get to choose my clients.
A client of the Attorney General.
Oh, she sounds hot.
Attorney General, of the Office of Attorney General. That they were standing in the way of surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. And there was a specific case. And when I learned about the case, I worked behind the scenes to not only make sure that that transgender woman got the services she was deserving. So it wasn't only about that case. I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California so that every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access to the medical care that they desired and need.
That sound you hear is a $1.5 billion campaign tanking.
Yeah.
Best summation I've ever heard.
Kamala is so stupid.
It's an Italian lady. Do you know, I'm going to forget her name. Do you know the woman who's in like Australia who just begs on liberals on the news? I'll play her clips. Maybe it'll... Oh, Panahi. Yeah. Listen to this. This is great. I love this. She's always trashing Kamala Harris. This is her favorite. Let me give you one.
What sort of sad, twisted and tiny leftist echo chamber does that woman belong to?
And she just trashes Kamala. Let me give you one.
To end with a President Kamala Harris would be like having one of the mad banshees of The View in the Oval Office.
Did I bring that up? It's a good segue. I love that chick. Have you ever heard? And she did talk about Biden.
We have a president that is clearly not all there.
Fair, and I think that's a fair assessment. She was ahead of the curve on that. But I bring up the View thing. Did you see Whoopi say the war in Iran is so we're not talking about Nancy Guthrie anymore? That's a real thing.
See, that's something that you and I would say is a joke.
I know.
Like, that was the first joke I made to you on my Monday podcast was, we invaded Iran to get the U.S. hockey players off the news because Trump made fun of the women's team. So I had to bomb Iran in order to...
It's so lazy, too, the people who peddle those angles. Oh, they did this because of that. I'm like, guys, every Arabic nation in the Middle East is on Israel's side right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's very noteworthy. And they hate Israel so much. Okay, they've normalized relations, Abraham Accords, maybe there's a trade deal to be made. But the point is, they don't like Israel. Okay? The idea that they're going to go fake a war or start a war because we don't want to talk about Nancy Guthrie in America.
Yeah.
It's so preposterously stupid and it's lazy.
So what was her point? Like, they're so mean to old white ladies. Look at what they did. They started a war so we don't have to talk about Nancy Guthrie.
I guess she's decided that the Nancy Guthrie
does she think there's a conspiracy theory behind it?
That it's Trump's fault.
Okay.
Or that it's Epstein's.
Yeah, there's probably like MAGA people.
Watch this. Josh
walk into her house in the middle of the night.
Josh is going to play it. Listen to this.
I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought, well, okay, why haven't we been talking about Savannah Guthrie and what's going on there?
Yes.
Why haven't we why have we not been talking about the Epstein files? Because that's still there. This is meant to get us so worked up that we are unable to see anything.
And they clap. I mean,
I'm surrounded by idiots.
That's one of my favorites. but like, come on.
Is that the Grinch?
Yeah. Can you imagine? Good for you. Circle gets a square. You never play drops for a chick with autism. You're not going to get by. Nothing's getting by. But hold on a second. There are people who've been listening to this show for 6 years this week that don't know what that drop means. You just heard it once. Wow. That's the Grinch. Oh, was that scarf from the Lion King? I take it back. I take it back.
That's great.
Hold on a second.
Sounded like
Close
the
enough.
Grinch, though.
Josh, they did. I actually thought it was the Grinch. So, and I'm the one who cut it. So, I don't know. Work with me here. But the fact that they get on the air, and obviously The View, Regina DeSico is the warm-up comic at The View. She's a great Italian girl. So Italian. Do you know how, like, people hand out challenge coins when you meet them, like Tom Holman or Trump? She's so Italian. I bet she has a challenge cannoli in her purse. Like, if you meet her, you're like, oh my God, I love you in The View. She gives you a challenge cannoli. Okay, she's a really good comic. And obviously jazzes that audience up to the moon that they're just clapping at the end of every sentence. So as you were singing along to the Whoopi clip, whoever that was, probably Sonny. Yeah. She's saying, I mean, weapons grade stupid. The Kurds are putting people on the ground to go fight a ground defense.
Yes.
Like, the idea that any of these countries are just playing ball because of Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah. UAE is like, oh, thank God we got that off the front page. Woo! This is getting awkward.
Because we know how much women matter to those Muslim regimes over there.
Especially old white ladies.
We know how much they love a good old white lady over there. But it's so funny. And it somehow passes for analysis. Did you ever have a moment, okay? And I'm not saying this to be self-deprecating. You're leaps and bounds ahead of me in terms of education, enlightenment, stuff like that. I have a weird horse sense, and it works for what I do. But I had real moments of introspection when I started on the show that like, wow, everyone in the media is so intelligent. How am I going to keep up?
Yeah.
Did you ever live in that cocoon of ignorance for like a half hour thinking there were smart people out there?
Yes, because there were people at networks and in the mainstream media who would diminish, especially at MTV, who would diminish our intellectual faculties because we were doing the fun job that they wanted to do, but they were never cool enough to do it.
Yep.
And it wasn't until I went to college and got a degree and realized, like, oh, even before I went to college and studied really hard and learned a bunch of stuff, I was already smarter than they were.
Yep.
And then, going back, I wish I had given myself more credit for it.
Yeah.
And not listened to them, because the whole thing is run by a bunch of elite East Coast snobs.
That's what you're talking about.
And they're not really that smart. They've just come up through
how it's described on paper in the legal documents.
Yes, I saw it from HR.
That's how you save the world. You got to shoot straight with people. Sometimes on them. Kennedy, she saved the world. I'm going to save this show and go to break.
Done, Jim.
The show that welcomes people from both sides of the aisle.
I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how dumb you are.
It's Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
You're listening to Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Stay informed with news at the top and bottom of every hour. News, information, and talk. News Talk 1040 WHBO.
On Fox Across America, no surprise here. The game ball goes to the troops today, and everyone's serving them steak and cooking it and consuming it right along with them. Because as Kennedy was telling me off the air, her sexy teenage boyfriend,
sexy teenage fiance,
who, Seth, thank you. Yeah. I don't want to dash the hopes of any of the pickleball playing lesbians in the audience who see Kennedy and assume they have a shot. They see you in the hat and those glasses, and they're like, woo! This is Dawn on line 2. But you were talking about how when he was enlisted and fighting for this country, talk about what food meant to a guy serving overseas.
Yeah, so they were in Afghanistan, 2004, 2005. This was a horrible point in the war. Mm-hmm. It was deadly. It was hand-to-hand combat. It was demoralizing. And, it's like, you didn't know when and where you were going to eat. It was brutal. So when they were back on base in Kandahar, once a month, they would get ice cream. And it's all they look forward to. And it's something we take for granted. And we were talking about the start of everything going on in Iran. And I was asking him a little bit about Afghanistan, for some analysis. And he goes right to the ice cream. And he's like, we got it once a month. And he's like, the French, because they, were part of a big coalition. He's like, the French would come in and take our ice cream, tubs at a time, and the fat Romanians, they were the most out of shape troops that we fought with, and they would just come and steal our ice cream. And he's still, 23 years later, actively mad about it. But it's like, that means something when you are deployed.
Yes.
And it's like, the MREs and even the hot food they're serving you, it can be absolutely brutal, and you're getting the same thing every single day. Every
damn day. And beyond even the joy of getting that differentiation is the fact that a lot of these things remind you of home.
Yes.
There's so much spiritual currency associated with one of these meals.
Your birthday, graduation, the special times where you get something that means something.
Yes. 20 million guys, that's not even 3 episodes of Gay Sesame Street in Iraq. And we have produced that. Okay, if we're going to pony up for Bert and Ernie to do weird stuff with the rubber ducky, I say give him a frickin' steak. Am I right?
It's the least you can do.
It's the least you can do. Game ball to the troops, everybody who lit up the phones today on this one. You all have a stake on me. You can send the email directly to @Kennedy@Fox.com. I'll be happy to pick up the tab. Listen to the Kennedy Save the World podcast every day. The show's over. Pay up and get out.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
You are the best thing on the radio.